Right, I think we're all good, apart from my green screen being a bit funky, and me being much closer than I usually am. Let me see if I can do anything about that. Make myself a little bit smaller, so you can see me a little bit better. But hi everyone, welcome to another Talisman Digital Edition stream, where I'm a bit later than I usually am, but that's because at the moment we're redoing the back bedroom in the house, which means that over on all the stuff that we were just hiding in the back bedroom hadn't got around to actually sorting out yet. Had to go somewhere, and where that has gone is my office. So I'm a little bit cramped in the office at the moment, which isn't the worst thing, to be fair. Like, it's not horrific or anything, but it's also not really conducive to setting up a massive green screen in the office, which is a little bit annoying. But hey ho, we're here, we're good. I've only got slight green screen issues, which I wonder if I can resolve by raising the green screen, because I think part of it's a lighting issue, because I can't see it right now, but I've got a massive thing of hamster bedding right next to my desk, which is blocking off some of the sunlight, which is a bit annoying, but hey ho, we're here, it's all good. Yeah, I feel really low. What can I see? That's the issue. If I raise myself, I suppose I could just like cut it off. Hey bro, can I play? You absolutely can play. I'm just going to sort myself out. If anyone else wants to play some Talisman Digital Edition, I am more than happy to do that. Yeah, how is everyone today? Is everyone having a nice Thursday? Tuesday? Right, let's get some of that nonsense on the go. And then I can... It's still a little bit annoying, but it's not the worst. Hey Geeky Chappy, how's it going? I'm also assuming that my audio is all good. Also, today I'm wearing my cool Protect Our Forests t-shirt, which my girlfriend was nice enough to get for me, and it's got little Ewoks on it, because she'd never seen Star Wars, and I was like, okay, well, we can watch Star Wars, that'll be fun. Oh, my green screen's really annoying me. It's so annoying. I was like, it got to the bit with the Ewoks, and I was like, you're either gonna love them or absolutely hate them. I don't feel like there's oh, I'm fading. Like a ghost emerging from the darkness. See, I don't want to... Maybe it's my white shirt that's throwing it off, because I'm so pasty. So white, so very, very white. Right, well, I can become grey. That's quite interesting. I don't know why I'd want to be grey, but I feel like I'm just going to have to deal with there being... You know what? You know what? I can't be bothered with this nonsense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself smaller. I'm just going to sit here like this, which is unfortunate, but and I assume it was Love Them. It was Love Them. She really liked the Ewoks. Yeah. I'm going to do this because I don't have the room to set things up properly, but at least you can see me and I've not got annoying little pixels coming off me. Alright, so I am going to set up a Talisman game and then people can join. So, online play, new public game. Alright, because previously I've done private games, but I figure it's easier to just do a public one that people can join, because if people that aren't watching the stream want to join, they're more than welcome to, but you should be able to find me under Europe. My day is going well. Yeah, it's been a pretty standard day. It's Nomad Games' 11th birthday tomorrow, which is quite exciting. So I've been doing some work to make, I've put together like a little blog, just looking back at like the last, so I move this way, alright, or I can move this way and move my webcam, cool, a little bit more, alright. We're all good. We're set up as we should be. Yeah, just make a public game, because previously when I've done streams like this, I've just, set up a private game, but then sometimes you have issues with people joining, and sometimes it's a bit of a faff. So I figured I'd just make a public one. Alright. I have work tomorrow. Next time I have a Friday off, sure. It'll be good to play with you, Dwayne. That'd be very fun. Cool. So we've got... Oh, have you just dropped out? Biandes. Am I saying that right? Biandes? There you go, you're back. Yeah, so I'm going to be publishing just a nice little look back at the last 11 years of Nomad Games. Hey, PR. Alright. Think we do 4? I think we do 4. What are my rules on? Oh, because I think last time I played Talisman, I played it with Carl, and we just did base game, which isn't the most exciting. But what I'm going to do is Reaper, Frost March, all corners, because we like corners. Legendary deck for the city to make it less of a easy option. See, I was going to play with the Dragon expansion. I am still going to play with the Dragon expansion, but I think that's going to be my only like major expansion that I'm adding in. Clockwork Kingdom? How people feel about Clockwork Kingdom? Should I add it? Should I not? I feel like I should, but I'm not 100% sure. What I am going to do is look at the house rules. So revealed ending, no respawn, because let's make it brutal. Character selection from 5. Characters only. Yeah, incremental trophies is nice. No more lives. Don't want sudden death. Fastest game speed. Let's play without the Grim Reaper and without the Werewolf, because I really want the cards and the extra characters and stuff, but I'm not that bothered about rolling every time we get a 1. Right. Standard or Dragon Tower? Let's go Dragon Tower, let's make it a bit more interesting. Dark Fate, Woodland. Cool. Right. I believe I've got everything set up. What ending would we like to do? What have we actually got? Don't want light bearers. Assassin's Guild. What do I want to go for? And Hand of Doom. Increase the character selection to more than 5. Absolutely. Can do that. Let's smash the Ice Queen in the face. Alright. Where was that? Character selection. 5 is the maximum. I can lower it to 2, but 5 is the maximum. So 5 is going to have to be where we end up. I'm taking the plunge and starting teaching myself Unity/C. Nice. That's quite the plunge. Wanderlust is fun. Only hell ye. Cool. Alright. I'm ready. Everyone else is ready. Let's play some Talisman Digital Edition. How are you teaching yourself Unity / is it C? I want to say C#, but I don't know how it's actually meant to be said. Alright, got all 6 players. Let's do it. I still need to talk to the rest of the Nomad team. Well, specifically one person in the Nomad team. About seeing if we can get Nomad Games exclusive avatars or titles, just because I think that'd be really fun. Apologies, I needed to press start game and I didn't. Alright, here we got. What are the options? Cat burglar? What's a cat burglar do? Yes, I'll take the cat burglar. Get myself some fate. Yeah, I don't think I've actually used the Wanderlust ending. It does seem fun, but I've not actually got around to using it. Alright, well, we're only 20 minutes into the stream, but it's time for everyone's favourite section, which is Tom brought a drink to the stream, but what drink did he bring this time? And just got some squash today. Nothing that exciting. I've already had a tea because I was quite tired this morning, so I needed that like caffeine hit to keep me going. But I didn't fancy another one because it's quite warm, and I'm not a big fan of having too much hot drinks when it's a bit too warm. So instead, stick in some nice quality squash. Alright, let's have a look what we got going on here. People are choosing their characters. Alchemist. I have an existing understanding of programming development in JavaScript, the programming language, plugging away with the scripting tutorials with some help from the Discord community. Nice. I figured there'd be quite a lot of different Discord communities set up to facilitate that kind of thing. Wonderlust is probably my favourite ending, but it does take longer to finish. You're right, like when we're playing Talisman, we're really, you're really here for a snappy game when you're playing Talisman. You don't want to play something that'll take ages. 100% agree. Alright. I feel like I don't have my full range of movement. I felt like that all week because I've been in a bit more of a cramped office than I usually am. Alright, cool. Let's actually roll the dice and actually let's not go to the crags. That seems like a bad idea. What we got? I'll take a lost soul. I'll take a lost soul. Always happy to take a lost soul. Alright, what we got? Let me just move all my things over. Also, thanks everyone for tuning into the stream. I don't always say it, but I always think it. It's really nice when loads of people tune in. Alright, what we got? Also, I'm once again on the mobile internet because I don't know why, but this morning my internet was being the worst it's been for like a good long while. It was just absolutely every 5 minutes it was giving up. I need to get a new router. Well, I need to get a new router or test what's going on with my PC properly, because the issue at the moment is I don't know if it's like my network card that's in my computer that's just old and has gone a bit dodgy. So I'm gonna find that out and see if that's the cause. But yeah, it's been annoying. It's been highly annoying, and we're not here for annoyance. We're here for good times, not annoyances. Right, what we got? Cool. Dwayne asks, how did you feel after all the streaming last week? Bit tired, to be honest. My eyeballs needed a rest. Like, it's not so bad when I'm just working from home, because obviously I'm still sitting at my desk then. But I can at least like turn my head and look out the window, or like look down, or do other things. But I think when you're streaming every day for a week, like I didn't even stream every day, to be honest. On the Wednesday, Thursday, I skipped today. But even then, streaming 4 days a week was a lot, like an absolute lot. Geeky Chappy, I mostly play solo, so long games are fine with me, but not so much when playing online. Fair. That's fair. That's right, I recently re-downloaded... Oh, why can I not? Someone's left the game. Sad. Sad, but hey-ho. I recently re-downloaded Apex Legends because I was like, I don't have like a ongoing shooting game that I'm playing. Like for a while I played Halo, and it's like, oh, I'll download Apex, and I downloaded it and played one match in which it was like, I can't move without lagging. It's just not fun. Did you know that Warrior's ability to roll 2 dice as a pick the highest only about as good as having +1 strength? I didn't know that. Like, that makes sense, just from a... just from like a gameplay point of view. Yeah, I think one of the things that particularly irks me about Talisman, or has irked me for a while, is the fact that, you know, there are some characters that are just strictly better than other characters, which is a bit annoying. Like, I know that it's partly to do with the fact that when they got released, it was just all the starting characters are fairly weak, to be honest. And there's a couple that aren't, but most of them seem fairly weak. But yeah, as time's gone on, it's not really power creep, because I don't think there is such a thing in Talisman, because there's so many random elements, it's hard to like do that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a good point, Kelta Velo. I think if we do anything else with Talisman, making characters a bit more balanced might be a cool thing to do. Just like add some new mechanics that means characters have a little bit more going on with them. But yeah. Right. Since I started Virtual Talisman this year, I'm playing games that are just the base game plus an expansion. Finish that game, remove the expansion, add the next one in line. Having fun so far. It's fair, Dwayne. Have you got through all of them yet, or are you still going through? Oh yeah, Firelands is tough. Use a shield. Hey, nice. Yeah, Firelands is tough. Don't envy anyone that has to play through Firelands. Let's go to Tavern. Why not? Cool. Cool. Next, what have I actually got? I've got the Lost Soul. So I can visit the Chapel of the Graveyard? Might as well. Yeah, Firelands is tough, but it's not impossible. It's just your chance of finding something that's going to ruin your day is a lot higher than with other expansions. I think your life total becomes a lot more at risk. Alright, so currently we've got... everyone's fairly even. It's very early days. It's literally second turn. Grab that Chalice of Shadow. Alright. But yeah, two things that are coming up soon. One of which is tomorrow is our 11th birthday. So I'll be posting a retrospective of the last 11 years. Just go over some like key things that's happened to us over the last 11 years, because it's crazy to think we've been a company for 11 years. A lot of talk about Talisman, because Talisman's how we got our start. A little bit of chat about Prologue for anyone that remembers that. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on our socials and stuff, because it should be interesting. An interesting read. Got some pictures of early Nomad, so it's quite fun. And then the next thing I'm going to be working on is, it's nearly the end of the month, which means it's time for the Nomad Roundup, which I do every month, where I just pick out some of the key things that happened to us as a studio in the month, and then post it on our website so everyone can enjoy and read it. But what I want to ask people for is more questions So if you haven't already, or you've never done it, send an email to questions at nomadgames.co.uk. Just send us an email, and we will answer your email and give you a Steam key if it's a cool enough question. So yeah, every single month we answer community questions. We've answered quite a lot by now. Up to base game and Blood Moon, then all my save games vanished and started Blood Moon again. Fair. Oh, you talk about the your save games vanishing on the Discord, the Nomad Discord. I think I saw you chatting about that earlier. All right. Like to go here, please. Like to get rid of the lost soul. Let's gain a strength. So I'm not quite as strength weak. Have you been at Nomad the entire time? I haven't. So back when Nomad first started, it was literally 4 people. No, 5 people. And I joined in 2019, so I've been here for a third of the amount of time that Nomad's been around, which is still quite good. So, yeah. Yeah, so you still weren't able to sort out your saved game issue. That was weird. Have an actual... Yeah, because I know that we can restore like your profile stats, but specifically a saved game is a tricky one. All right. Yeah, because for some reason it sounds like it's just not recognizing that you've played Talisman before, which is weird. Very weird. Right. Where are you heading off to, lad? Where are you heading off to, my friend? Maybe Steam's Cloud ate them. Yeah, that's possible. Steam Cloud might have messed up. Because I know I've had issues with Steam Cloud in the past. But they do a better job of helping you sync your saves now. Like, it comes up with that little cloud status thing next to the play button, which helps quite a bit. But yeah, that's a really weird one. Alright, what's happening? We logged into Nomad, but the games weren't there. No fuss, get to restart. Still has achievements and completed character information available to see. Yeah, like, that's the kind of thing that we can fix if it gets lost, but I don't know if we can actually fix just games. Scorpy11442 asks, what is the expansion that made the center look that way? So that is the Dragon expansion. So the Dragon expansion comes with 2 different centers. Lose a strength? Nah. Gain a strength, that's much better. Yeah, it's the Dragon expansion. Yeah, it's one of the ones that comes with a different centre. I know there's a couple of different ones that come with different centres. Oh, where's Geeky Chappy casting? Yeah, I know the Cataclysm has a different centre as well, but nothing else springs to mind. I'm sure all the lovely people in the chat know exactly which expansions change the centre, but my brain isn't quite so good. Beandes, where you off to? What are you doing with your life? That side is considered the harder of the two centres. Oh, okay, didn't know that. Follow a thief. Follow a thief. We're not here for that. Absolutely not here for that. Only hell yeah. They won't accept any other form of yeah. Whereas only hell yeah, adventuring 2. Might go into the woodland, because the woodland is a fun place to be. Saracen will win to put those humans in their place. The machine uprising starts here. Also, hey Vern, welcome to the Chill Talisman developer stream, in which I play Talisman Digital Edition, chilly. And so far, we're off to a pretty standard start. Nothing too dramatic's happened. Some follower thievery has occurred, but other than that, nothing too dramatic. It's nearly my turn. It's nearly my turn to join in the fun. Yeah, I think I've said it a couple of times before on the stream, but I find Talisman to be the absolute perfect streaming game. Also, I absolutely missed the fact that that was my turn to do something. I do apologise for everyone that I'm playing with. See, this is the problem. It's definitely not because I wasn't paying attention. It's because I'm streaming. Geeky Chappy, you're up. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a nice day. It's managed to finally cool down a little bit here in the UK. Not by much, but just a tiny bit, which I'll take at this point because it's been far too warm. I don't know what you're doing, prophetess. What are you prophesizing? Cool. Dryad. You always want to say that really Welshly. Dryad. Oh, you're such a dryad. No, choosing your roles. Oh, gutted. Gutted. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do other than complain? Big fight against a forest brigand. Is that a draw? Yeah, cool. Well, you don't get any benefit for beating the those kind of encounters anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's absolutely not the end of the world. Alright, let's continue. Roll some dice. And then I could go to the tavern. Could go to the city. I think I'm going to make a beeline for the woodland. I think that's my choice. Alright, let's fight a farmer. Let's fight a farmer. And take that victory. Playing with Courtside is somewhat difficult at first. Of all of you, she is the one who has the most chance of dying, I think. Yeah, I'd agree with that. She's not really a glass cannon, I just think she doesn't really... Her stats are quite low to begin with, which is a bit sad. See, I do really enjoy the Apprentice Mage, because I really like in any sort of games where you have progression, characters that start off weak and then get like much more powerful if you put the effort into them. If we do a poll, who do you think will die first? Right, let's do that. Let's do an actual poll. So between 5 humans and 1 computer, who do you think is going to get killed first, everybody? Let me know, and whoever gets it correct, I'll think you're really cool. So you've got that going for you. Oh, no. I'm not going to say you're really cool. What I'll do is I'll point out the fact that last week we gave away a Steam key to one of the lucky people that were watching the stream, which was great. Unfortunately, the person that I went to go give the Steam key to, I didn't recognise, as he previously worked at Nomad. So he was like, yeah, I've got absolutely everything ever. There's literally nothing that I don't have. So I was like, okay, fair. What can we do instead then? And he was nice enough to say, well, just give my key away to someone else. Just give it away on the next stream. So here I am, ready for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a note of everyone that's in the chat and hanging out, because funnily enough, I still haven't worked out how to do that giveaway nonsense. Let's actually have a look. While I'm doing all this, what was that? Streamlabs? Streamlabs. I think it's Streamlabs. Can't remember which one I used to use. I know we've got 2 separate bots. Let's have a... Right. Giveaways. Add giveaway. Custom. We're doing this live, folks. We're absolutely doing this live. Let's do it for 30 mins. Doesn't seem fair. Right, let's go to the woodland. Right, cool. So I just need to not spend any fate and I'll be good. Right, can I beat this guy? Ooh, 6. Might be able to. Nah. Sad. Sad. Right. Right, let's do it for half an hour, I think. Woodland hates you. Woodland does hate me, but that's okay. We're starting weak and becoming stronger. Yeah, it's a cool archetype that I feel like is not really explored. Not really explored that much, and I feel like it should be explored more. Right. Better the city. See, I do like the city. The city's quite cool. But I always feel like it's important to put the legendary deck on at this point, because it just means that it's not so much of an easy roll through. Alright, cool. Let's roll the dice. Which tree is the witch tree? Cool. Oh. Don't want to lose a fate. Don't want to roll a 1. Draw a spell. That's much better. Alright, cool. Enterprise. Advanced. Head. Profile created successfully. Why can I not see it? Why can I not see it? I've created a giveaway, but why is it not letting me? Why is it not letting me? I just want to do the fun thing. That's all I want to do. Oh, found it. Figured it out. I'm smart. Turns out there was a thing I needed to click and then to be able to see it. Hey Theo, good afternoon. Sorry I missed the last day of stream. Stuck in a work meeting. I hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. I was saying at the start of the stream that I'm currently in my office as cramped as I've ever been. Because we're currently sorting out the back bedroom, which means all the stuff that we just dumped in there when we moved in has to go somewhere, and that somewhere has been my office, which is fine. You know, it's only temporary, but it does mean that setting up this green screen and doing all that sort of stuff is way more faff than it should be. You're not allowed to do fun things. The terrible secret of Nomad Games has been revealed. It's true. No one's allowed to do fun things, ever. Right, so... I believe... Not to get everyone too excited, but I believe I've finally properly set up a giveaway that's run by a bot in the Twitch chat. I think I have. Don't mean to alarm anyone, but I'm going to press a button and see what happens. So we ready? We all ready? Alright, okay, I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is right there. So, let's cancel that. Because I didn't think it would show that information in that way. Which is annoying. But we can sort that out. RuneGate. Cool. That's all I wanted. Alright, edit. So, how did that actually show up? All right. So, I believe I've now set this up properly. Right. So if anyone wants to join the competition for a Steam key for whatever Talisman expansion you want on Twitch, just put in raffle. Also, I believe, if I've done it correctly, I've set it up so that if you're a subscriber, so if you subscribe to us here at Nomad Games, you get a bonus ticket. Because I figured that might be a cool way of doing it. So yeah, if someone does follow us and wants to see if you get a bonus ticket, that'd be really appreciated because I want to check that it works. Because I've never done it before. So yeah, exciting, and it's gonna last for half an hour. So get in. Yeah, Geeky Chappy, if you want to enter for Dwayne, that makes sense. Warp. I love Warp. It's one of my favourite arts in the whole of Talisman. Warp's just so good. He's just so unhappy. Like, so massively unhappy, you can't not appreciate that. Right. Let's have a look. Interesting. People are only getting one ticket. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Why? Why this? Why this? Alright, I'll have a look, figure that out later. But thanks everyone for confirming that works, which is always nice. I'll add 2 to my craft, please. Feeling pretty confident? See, that's the problem. People have everything, so I can't be like, oh, let's give away some cool stuff because everyone's already got everything. But hey ho. For anyone that doesn't have everything, feel free to enter, and you can have a Talisman Steam key if you choose it. Whatever expansion you fancy, whether that be Clockwork Kingdom or Dragon or something a little bit easier. I can sort you out. I already own all the expansions and many extra keys because of the Talisman Complete Bundle and Humble Bundle, so I'd feel silly to enter. Fair. Fair. Yeah, I imagine quite a few people completed their Talisman collections through that Humble Bundle. Although, to be fair, we did just run the Nomad Games Super Sale, the August Super Sale, which is the first time we've done it. And through that, I had a quick look this week to see how well we did, basically, because it's our first time doing that kind of thing. And surprisingly, Talisman did pretty well. And I didn't expect that, because I figured after the Humble Bundle comes out, we might see like a little bit of a dip in sales, just because, you know, anyone that was a bit on the fence probably ended up picking it up in the Humble Bundle. But no, apparently there's quite a few people who are like, don't want the Humble Bundle, will get it on Steam. Which is always interesting. It's always a bit wild. Alright, I forgot to buy Cat Lady. Oh. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. To be fair, if you enter and you do have everything Talisman, I could just throw you a Cat Lady key. So there's a reason to enter. There's absolutely a reason to enter. But no, I'm glad that I finally took the time to figure out this raffle giveaway thing. Just follow me stealing my stuff and followers. I disagree that the courtesan is weak. Fair. You got a little hanger on. Roll a dice. A 2. Alright, my craft's pretty decent, so I'm not too worried. Cool. No need to be worried. Just had a victory. Jesus. Pretty cheap anyway, at least. Yeah, that's true. Cat Lady is not an expensive video game. But I think also, like, I remember when we bought Cat Lady to Steam, I sat down and I was like, okay, I need to figure out how much to charge for this. I had a look at a load of different video games, loads of other games that were similar, and I feel like we just settled on like a lower price point because it is just like it's a small little pick up and play game. You know, its main draw is the fact that you can just pick it up and play it for you better not be doing what I think you're doing. Good. Correct choice. Correct choice. What was I saying? Yeah, when I was figuring out how much to charge for Cat Lady, I just basically looked at, you know, what the game's offering, and it is more of a pick it up, play it for 5 minutes, have a couple of games, and then move on to something else. Like, you can sit down and play it for just like hours on end if you're that inclined, but because it's a bit more of a, there's not as much going on, and the audience as well, like, I think we're gearing more towards a cute, fun audience. People are more happy to pick up something that's a little cute, a little fun, if it's a lower price point. Like, I think even Stray launched at a lower price point as well. I think that's only like 30 quid, I want to say. Even less, $23.99. Yeah, but it's quite short apparently. Not that's a bad thing. I hate that there's this like stigma that's developed around short games. Like, if it's not 100 hours RPG with a massive open world, it's just not worth the money. Like, I feel like does a disservice to a lot of really short, cool games. Do you have any board games, Tom, that you thought would be a great digital game? Good question. That's a good question. So I was like, oh, Wingspan, and I was like, that's already a digital one. I wouldn't mind an Unstable Unicorns digital version. I don't know if there actually is, you know. Let's find out. Let's go on this journey together. Right, so yeah, you can play it in tabletop sim. But yeah, I just think like a nice little easy Unstable Unicorns digital version would be quite fun. Alright, let's destroy this elf that's having unsanitary relations with a leaf. Oh, maybe get destroyed by the elf that's having unsanitary relations with a leaf. Yeah, I'd like a digital version of Unstable Unicorns. That's my hot take, because it's a fun little game, and I feel like it's quick enough that it'd suit mobile. Don't know if I'd want it for PC, but mobile for sure. But yeah, that's my hot take. Is there any board games that other people would like to see turn digital? As you're speaking to a studio that specifically does digital board games, one of the ways that we decide what to do next is based on what people think is cool. So, Fog of Love, it was given me and my wife as a wedding gift. I played it once, but I remember liking it. Like a game, I think a digital edition of it would be nice. I remember Fog of Love because I remember going to, oh, where was it? It was the UK Games Expo here in the UK in Birmingham, and they had Fog of Love there, and there was a massive crowd of people waiting to play it, so it seemed really popular. I don't know if it stayed really popular or if it was just the hype. But yeah. Right, what's Bianna's doing? Talisman Batman. A lot of people would like some Talisman Batman. We'd like some Talisman Batman. Dungeon Quest, all of them really. Fair. Yeah, I think seeing how successful Gloomhaven's been as a digital version, and how Hero Quest has come back, I think the meeting of those would do really well. So yeah, don't forget everyone, raffle is still ongoing. So if you check in the chat, you'll find out how to enter and potentially win a Steam key. I just love playing board games, and digital makes it easier. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I've played 2, maybe 3 physical games of Talisman in my entire life. And the only reason I've only played it 3 times is purely because it takes so long to set up. Especially if you're playing with like expansions or anything. That I just get to the point where I'm like, oh, I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered putting this all together. Especially with something like Gloomhaven. Because it was for couples to play. Yeah, I saw a lot of couples queuing up. Oh, I didn't know they had 3 versions. That's really cute. I appreciate that. My choice would be either Boss Monster. See, I feel like I need to give Boss Monster another go because I played it a while ago at a New Year's Eve party and just really didn't like it. Like, it just didn't gel with me at all, but I'm not sure if that's just because of the game, or if it was because of the situation, or people just weren't playing it correctly. But do I get to choose who becomes a toad? Oh, let me think about this. Should I have myself become a toad or someone else become a toad? Let's have someone else become a toad. You're so welcome. You're so absolutely welcome. Oh, did it get removed for like licensing reasons, or why did it get taken off? Not heard about that. That is news to me. Hey, Chibi Marcus. Frogs all the way. We've currently got 2 toads, so it's going pretty well. And Wart's just shown up. Away from Steam and mobile stores. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, my guess with something like that is that the license just expired, or another guess would be that it was just costing too much to keep the servers up, and it was more cost effective to just put it on Tabletop Simulator, which for a lot of people it is, to be fair. The otherwise games had a disagreement with the developers of the video game. Spill the tea. Didn't want my toad. Everyone should want the toad. Oh hell yeah, has left the game. Sad. Sad. Alright, we got... Carry on. Roll the dice. And on we go. Got... Oh. Is that gonna kill me? No, it didn't kill me. Cool. I'm okay with that. So I now have the Void. So increase my craft by 1, fate by 1. I can replenish Dark Fate when someone casts a spell. Spell negation. That's really cool. I'm very happy with that. Also, we currently only have 4 people that have tried entering the raffle. So if you haven't already, make sure you do. Boss Monster D was developed by Plain Concepts Corp, but it seems to be their only game on Steam. I wonder if they went under. Possibly. Again, that wouldn't be the most shocking thing to me. Like, one of the reasons that, and I go into it in the History of Nomad birthday post that I'm putting up tomorrow. One of the reasons that we were able to start off, also, that's incredibly unlucky. I think it is. Oh no, I thought you were going to be turning into a toad. Hey Foxbird. Yeah, one of the reasons that we were able to stick around at the studio and basically be successful is the fact that we, yeah. See you, Dwayne. Thanks for tuning in. As always appreciate it. Yeah, one of the reasons we were able to be successful as a studio was because Talisman did really well. Like, if Talisman had just done okay, or a bit less than okay, it would have been a different situation. Like, yeah, we're really lucky that things shook out how they did, and we were able to get the license for Talisman, and the Games Workshop were just so supportive. Cool. I'll take that, especially if I'm getting Dark Fate all the time. Also, good luck in the raffle, Clyde, man. You've officially got 7 minutes left, everyone. 7 whole minutes. Right. Messages from Restream chat. It's quite a good number of messages. Happy with that. Mighty happy with that. got? What have we got going on? A lucky charm. Go get your stuff back. It's a good tactic. How is everyone? I asked at the start of the stream, but I haven't asked for a while. I hope everyone's nice and chill. And they're enjoying what started out as 6 but is now down to 4-player Talisman game. Hey Tom, if I enter, could I get a different Nomad Games Steam key instead? Sure. If you don't have, did you mention you don't have Cat Lady? Because if you don't have Cat Lady, then I can give you a copy of Cat Lady if you're interested. Talisman did surprise me at how well it did, especially as digital board games were pretty rare and still quite new. Yeah, like nowadays there's a lot of digital board games that are coming out, like Wingspan, Everdale, Root. Like I feel like part of the digital board game renaissance, part of the board game renaissance that we're in now is finally making its way into the digital space, which is great because it's nice to see. More digital board game developers having success is always good because it means we can do more stuff with them. Like we can do digital tabletop fests, things like that. I currently have an angry trumpet in the house. Had to go and buy a cone of shame for my dog earlier. Fair. Alright, roll the dice. A 2. Alright, let's subtract some rolls. I'll take a herbalist. Thank you, Talisman. Yeah, I'll give you a Cat Lady key, Theo, if that's what you're after. Because as we discovered through talking in the chat, lots of people have everything Talisman already. Makes sense it's no one could get together to play board games anymore. That's true. That's very true. But I mean, even like separate to that, like we saw a massive uptick in people playing online, but I think just generally there's more of a interest in board games. Like 10 years ago, board game cafes were pretty niche, whereas now, like especially here in the UK, you can go to any major city and you can be pretty sure you'll be able to find a board game cafe. So yeah. And I think that is slowly translating into like people wanting board games in more places, or just enjoying more board games and then going, oh, I want to play this more, or I want to have the opportunity to play this against AI because I can't play this as much. Like, especially with something like Talisman, even if you're a massive Talisman fan, like a massive one, being able to actually play Talisman regularly, that's a different story. Let's gain... I've already gained it. But yeah, no one could get together to play board games anymore. That's highly fair. Alright, Prophetess, what you doing? Finds how many Twitch streams are still about playing board, not video games. Yes, I remember watching some ages ago where they'd got the table set up and then a camera facing directly downwards, so that you could see the entire board, and then they had like multi-camera setups. So it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's bloody cool. I'll say that much. Like just being able to see people play board games like that, and that crossover between Twitch and physical board games, it's really cool. So, and obviously for us, the more people that get into board games, the better, because we deal exclusively in digital board game adaptations. So, right, where have I been sent? Some camo space. Lose your next turn. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's the main reason why I bought Talisman D. I love the board game, but most of my friends are not adventurous enough to play it with me. I've tried. Yeah, like, I've got a good group of friends who are happy to play board games. And for some of them, they're like, oh yeah, let's bust out the wingspan, let's do something a bit more complicated. But also, like, they just look at the instructions book and they're like, it's more than 4 pages, I kind of can't be bothered. Which is fair. Like, when a board game gets too complicated, you just sort of sit there and go, oh, it's going to take like half an hour to learn all the rules. It's going to take 20 minutes to set up. We're going to get one game out of it where we're not really going to know what we're doing. Like, it's a hard sell. Not saying that it's an impossible sell, it's just a hard sell. Alright, so I've got my thing from the woodland. What's my plan now? What's my goal? What's my aim? What's my modus operandi? Also, how's the 16 seconds? See, I'm excited because I've never done a giveaway through chat before. I've always done it manually. So I'm excited to see what it does. Right, 1, 0. Right, entry closed. It's so sad because it's not that complicated. It plays like any other RPG adventure game. If you understand that logic, then you're set. That's true, but how many people understand RPG adventure games? Because that's also a bit of a barrier sometimes. Like, I know that if I was having a board game night and I brought out Talisman to people who had never played it before, and we had other board games, they'd probably go, can we just play one of these instead, because that looks a bit too much. RCJ70. Do more than one person have to own the game for multiplayer online? Does one owner host it for other consoles, PS5, PS4, or PC, etc.? Yeah, so you each need to own the base game, at least. So, like, if you want to play with your friends on PC, you all need to own at least the base game. What you don't all need to own is, say, you, for example, have 10 different expansions and the base game. And then one of your friends has 2 expansions and the base game. So when you play online, you'll be able to use all 10 of those expansions, even if just one of you has it. So yeah, you need the base game. Someone needs an expansion if you want to play with it, but that's basically how it works. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to clear up. But yeah, that's basically how it works. I used to take board games to my sister's family, and my brother-in-law goes, how long will it take? Yeah, there's always those people that are just like, oh, like, even I'm guilty of that sometimes. Like, I'll just not be in the right headspace to play something that I know is going to take absolutely ages. Mice and Mystics, and I start to enjoy Descent. Fair, yes. It's all about easing them in. They ask, how much of my life do I need to waste? Sad. Alright, cool. So, raffle's over. I'm going to press some buttons and see what it does. Pick winner. Oh, Geeky Chappy, you're the winner. Right, and then I think I can chat with you. thinking how long will we stay in? Yeah, congratulations, Geeky Chappy. You're officially the first ever winner of a automated giveaway here on the Nomad Games stream channel. So very well done. Right. So, how do I, is there a way that I can like automate giving it to you? Or, so that giveaway is completed. That's great, thanks. I've got all the DLCs on PS5, so yeah, perfectly explained, cheers. Yeah, so, yeah, if you're specifically on PS5, then as long as whoever you're playing with has the base game, you'll be fine. Yeah, the only thing you can't do if you're playing with multiple people is only the people that own the expansions will be able to select the expansion characters. That's the only thing we keep back behind owning the expansion. Right, what we got? A Crypt Keeper. Could smack the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, let's smack the Crypt Keeper. Feeling pretty confident about my ability to smack the Crypt Keeper. Right, his crypt has not been kept. I entered for Dwayne, but he has everything Talisman. Can I arrange something else with you, Tom? Yeah, if you want to arrange something else, let me know what you want, basically. Happy to do. Alright, so there's literally one object that I can take, right? Yeah. So let's take a wanted poster. But I can do this and this. Trade for craft. Also, I think Dwayne's gone now, so what I'll do is I'll make a note, and then next week, because Dwayne normally turns up to every stream, what I'll do is I'll make a note, and next time Dwayne's watching the stream, I'll ask him what he wants. Does that sound good to you? If not, happy to do whatever. That's going to be tricky though, because Dwayne chats to us through YouTube. Oh, but he's on our Discord. Yeah, easy. Easy, I can message him on Discord. Cool. Yeah, so do you want me to message Dwayne on the Nomad Discord and ask him what he wants? Because then that solves the whole problem. Alright, what have we actually got going on in the game? That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Right, we've got Bayandes off on a little adventure. That's perfect on fact. Yeah, I'll just message him on the Discord. It's the easiest way of doing it. Powerful Talon Mage. See, I always wondered about Talon Mage, because you get like fire mages and water mages. Does the Talon Mage just mean that he's really good with claws? Has he cast claw magic? Never understood, but it's kept me up at night. Alright, what you got? Little cultist reward. Thanks for the stream. The raffle will have to get back to work. No worries, Grim. No worries at all. Hope you enjoyed the Chill Talisman stream. We're here every week, literally every Thursday, I'm here playing a different, either one of the Nomad games, like one of our own, or something different, another digital board game. So yeah, tune in next week for more giveaways and chill times and all that good stuff. Starting off well in this game, getting a strong Magician's Apprentice, but now I'm in trouble. Yeah, I've noticed your one life is pretty precarious. Never a situation you want to be in, where you've just got one life. Apologies. Tired. See, I was like, I'm not going to have a tea. I don't really feel like I want a tea, but now that we're getting on and I've been doing this stream for a bit, I do feel like I'd appreciate a tea. So I think my plan is, once I finish this stream, I'm going to go get myself a tea. Just do a nice chill. Sort out all this Nomad Games birthday stuff ready for tomorrow, and then have a nice chill. Well, I say have a nice chill. I'm going around to have tea with the in-laws tonight. So, to be fair, that'll be fairly chill. It won't be like a stressful time for sure. But yeah. Alright, what we got? Token of Promise. See, Token of Promise is one of those cards that the moment you see it, you go, oh, there's some busted nonsense you can do with that. It's not quite as bad as, like, if at any point you have 0 fate, gain a fate, because that's truly busted. At least it only happens at the start of your turn, but still. Like, the amount of resources that can gain you if you've got anything that interacts with fate is just bonkers. Bonkers, I tell you. Right. I'm so sleepy. I think I'll finish work and then I might have a nap. Treat myself to a little nap. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, so from now on, I think what I'm going to do is... I'll have to think about it, see what I want to do. But what I might do is do a giveaway. I don't know if I'll do it once a month or every other stream. To be fair, it's not the end of the world. Like, more people come watching the stream. I'm just thinking out loud to myself. It's quite a good way of just getting like people to tune in, watch the stream, join the chat. Yeah, I might do a giveaway every week. So people that don't own Talisman expansions, you need to sort yourself out. You're getting old. Fun story. It's actually my birthday next week. Next week is my birthday. This will be fun. So next week's my birthday. Does anyone want to guess how old I am? Feel free to put your replies in the chat if you want to guess how old I am. There might be some people that know because I've talked about it, not recently, but I have talked about it on stream. So yeah, put in your guesses as to actually how old I am. And we'll see who's the most correct. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that victory. I get to trade trophies. Oh, defeat 100 spirits. I can do that. I can do that. Gonna be ancient. I am gonna be ancient. I feel ancient. But ancient isn't an age, and what we're looking for, 37. Too high, but good guess. 34. Still too high, good guess. Yes, I remember. You remember from the previous stream, because I had a very unfortunate incident where I tried to buy some matches and wasn't allowed to. Let's go for 33. Older than I actually am. So I am actually currently 29, and I'm going to be 30 in a little over a week. So that's why I shared that story on stream earlier in the month, where I tried to buy matches, and they were like, nah, "You're too old. You're not too old. You look too young to be allowed to buy matches." And I was like, "I'm nearly 30. What is going on?" Yeah, I will be 30 in a little over a week. I'm actually going away on holiday for it, a surprise holiday. So I have no idea where I'll be going. But that does mean you'll have to be without me streaming for a week, because I'll be away in a mysterious location. So who knows where that could be. I'm assuming I'll come back. It's not that. I'm not going to like a mysterious abandoned island somewhere. But yeah, nice little surprise birthday holiday, which I'm very excited about. You look a lot younger, to be fair. I'll take it. I'd rather look younger than older, if I had the choice. Remember that after 30, birthdays aren't celebrated, they're regretted. To be fair, like, I've had this for the last few years, but like, age hasn't. It started to just like not bother me. I don't think it's ever really bothered me, but I feel like I've hit this age, and people are always like, "Oh my god, you're 30. What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna do anything, because that's just how old I am. I can't change the passage of time. So what's there to do? Like, if I can't actively change it, it's just what happens, isn't it? Years go by, time passes. I think the sooner you accept that time is a constant, probably a bit happier in your life. At least that's my hot take. You got it, the nose, Geeky Chappy. Geeky Chappy, you're just on a roll. Got all the winnings, all the rememberings. Does that mean no stream next week? No, so there will be a stream next week. It's the week after there won't be a stream. Because if I double check, yeah, because I'll post the stream schedule for next month, at the end of this month, which is like super close. So yeah, next week I'll post the stream schedule for September, and then on there will be a list of when everything's happening. A grinder. I can fight a grinder. I'm happy to do that. Where's my calendar? Yeah, let me just check my calendar, because I'll be able to tell you straight off when I won't be able to do it. Yeah, so on the 8th of September, I won't be able to stream, sadly, but I'm sure you'll all survive. I'm sure you won't be crying in the street. I don't act much different than I did in my 20s or 30s. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much the same. Like, I feel like I hit around 23 and I've pretty much felt exactly the same since then. Like, I don't feel that different to when I was 23. I just feel like I've been the same person since then. Whereas if I compare, like, how I was at 15 to how I was at 18, I'm like, oh my god, there's a drastic difference. But now, just stay the same. It's all good. It's alright, I did, because it's my dad's birthday today. We're all fairly close, birthday-wise in my family. Yeah, so it's my dad's birthday today, and I just gave him a call this morning to be like, oh, happy birthday, I'm seeing him this weekend, and all that sort of stuff. So I I was talking to them, and they were like, oh yeah, it's your birthday soon, isn't it? It's the big 3-0. And I was like, they were like, you're a proper adult now. And I was like, don't feel like it makes that big a difference. And also, you say proper adult. Last week I bought 3 packs of Pokemon boosters, which is exactly what I probably did on my 10th birthday. So I think the whole idea of, oh, you're 30, you're an adult now, I don't understand that. I don't understand how it's like, you're 30, so you need to like go to garden centres and stay at home and think about your mortgage. That's what a 30-year-old does. That's what boring 30-year-olds do. But I don't want to be a boring 30-year-old. We're the same age, Tom. Nice. It's a cool age to be. 2 months older than me. Fair enough. A Barrow White. Spooky. I do feel older now. I realise I've been playing Talisman longer than Tom and Foxbird, and probably several others on the stream have been alive. Fair. I can't help with that. I was about to be like, oh, but you know, no, I can't. Like I said, time is going to pass no matter what you do, so don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it, because stress is only going to make things worse. And that is my advice for today. Don't stress, because it'll make your life worse. So instead, just be all good. I also realise that's really unhelpful advice, because if someone's in a stressful situation, they can't be like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to not be stressed. I'm just going to be all good. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Retired bricklayer, mid-60s, says hello from Florida. Old is okay. Old is okay. Old is entirely okay. Like, I feel like for like a lot of people in the older generation, like my parents' generation, I don't know, I feel like you just sort of, getting older was something that happened generationally, and like the media that you were given was sort of catered to different generations, and because of that you sort of went, oh, okay, I guess I'm into this now, because that's what you were offered. Like, I always look at it in terms of, so for anyone that lives in the UK, there's a number of different BBC radio programs that go here. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there's a series of BBC radio programmes here in the UK. There's Radio 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the way I've always looked at it is that as you get older, the different radio channel that you listen to goes up and up. So Radio 1 is for like your teens and 20-year-olds, and it's got like the new music that's like pop and cool new music, and it's like, oh my god, listen to these crazy new sounds these kids are coming up with. Whereas Radio 2's a bit more chill, like plays songs that are a little bit more like 90s, occasionally 80s. And then Radio 3 is more like chats and discussions and like political debates and some older songs. And then Radio 4, I believe, is just classical music, which is for like the super old people. And I think that older generation grew up in that kind of environment where, as you grew older, the things that you were able to enjoy sort of shifted and you didn't have a choice. Whereas like now, with the power of the internet and easy access to all sorts of whatever you want, I don't see myself like ever stopping playing video games, for example. Like, I think I'll still be 90 and sitting in my retirement home and just being like, I want to play some Halo online. Like, that's what my hot take on the situation is, at least. Listen to Radio 4 since my 20s, but only the comedy panel games, to be fair. See, I used to listen to radio, but that was like when I was like 12, where it was the only way I could listen to music. Like, I distinctly remember as a kid staying over at my grandparents' house, having a tiny little radio player and some headphones, and not wanting to go to sleep. So instead, I'd stay up listening to late night radio. And it was never anything good, I was just staying up for the sake of staying up. 3 is classical, 4 is more politics and dramas. That makes sense. I knew it was one of them, but I couldn't remember the order of 3 and 4. But yeah, I am right in thinking that Radio 2 is more like the retro, not easy listening, but like older songs, right? Alright. Oh, what am I gonna get? Cool, I'm getting life. Got no problem with that. I do like how we are pressured to grow up in the traditional sense. Yeah, I feel like the attitude towards that's changed a lot over the last 20 years. Yeah, this whole feeling that it's like, no, you need to grow up, you need to do all these adult things. I feel like that's definitely changed. I feel like my parents had to ditch their old personalities when they had to grow up. Yeah, like, I don't know if anyone else finds this, but you sort of, I don't know, it feels like my parents are just my parents. I don't see them as what they would have been like before they were parents, because the way that they are now is just parents. Like, they couldn't be the way that they are now previously, because that just wouldn't have made any sense. Like, their personalities and the way that they live their lives. So they must have been different before they were parents. But I can't imagine what that would have been like. It's weird. Like, I know this is classic, like, coming from someone that's not got any kids, but I don't know how much I'd change as a parent. Probably would, but I don't know how. Yeah. Interesting. You can tell it's nearing the end of the stream, because this is when we get into all the deep, like, yes, but what does it mean to age discussions? Never had kids. I might become a proper adult if I had, but I doubt it. Fair. That's very fair. Yeah, like, I feel like that pressure's also gone a lot as well. This idea that it's like, well, you finish your education and then you get a job and then you marry someone and then you have kids and then you get old. That's the way you do things. I feel like that's gone, not completely away, but I feel like it's at least gone some way. I don't want to lose a craft. Don't want to turn into a toad. Oh. Oh, sad. 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 Don't appreciate that. At least put a frog in the chat. I'm still where I used to be, but I've gained a new skill called Parent. I suppose resetting my character entirely and choosing. Yeah, I think that's a good way of describing it. You're not resetting entirely and choosing a new class, whereas I feel like a lot of people are. Pay bills and accept responsibilities that you don't want. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Also, being tired all the time. I feel like that's a distinct part of being an adult. I should have lost the craft. I felt like I could risk it. Oh yes, you're going to want to take those. You're not want to go pass up on those little trinkets. I'll risk it. I risked it. Sad. Well, I think that might be a pretty good spot to end the stream with me turning into a toad. But thanks massively for everyone that's tuned in. Congratulations again, Geeky Chappie, on winning the raffle. Although I will message Dwayne to see what key he wants. But yeah, as always, massively appreciate it. And I'll be back next week for something different. Something that's not Talisman. Why am I choosing a space? Yes, I'd like that, please. Yeah. I'll be back next week for something a bit different. But in the meantime, if you want to keep up with all the cool things that we're doing here at Nomad Games, the best place to do so is on all of our socials, which is our Twitter, our Facebook, and our website, which is full of all sorts of news and updates. And if you want to chat with other people that really like our video games, join our Discord. It's full of lovely people, a lot of which I've been playing against in this game right now. So I'll pick a card. Yeah, a lot of people who I've been playing against in this game right now. So if you're ever looking for someone to play one of our games against, Nomad Discord, it's the place to be. I'm just skipping through these, so I don't know why I'm skipping through these. Should just be end of the stream. But I can't take myself away from Talisman. No worries about Lurk and Chibi Marcus. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. But yeah, thanks massively everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned to our socials tomorrow, because I'll be posting the History of Nomad blog, which should be quite exciting. A lot of behind the scenes stuff from Talisman getting discussed in there, which is quite fun. So yeah, thanks massively. Appreciate you, love you, and see you all next week for more fun games. See you all next.